You sell your time. So why does your inbox eat a quarter of it? 11 hours a week gone to email, and you still feel behind. That's not a discipline problem, it's a system problem. And today, we're going to build the system that ends it. Claude's going to read your inbox, sort it, and draft the replies that matter in your voice. You'll go from an inbox that looks like this, full of emails that you don't really need to look at, to an inbox that looks like this, that's sorted and ready for you to look over. All you do is skim and approve. This build has 4 parts. First, connecting Claude to Gmail, then teaching it your rules, then watching it triage the whole inbox, and then approving the drafts so you get to 0. Hello everyone, I'm Jonathan. I build AI systems for coaches and consultants. In this one, you can run every morning on your own inbox and go from a cluttered one down to one that's clean and ready for your day. Let's build yours. Before we touch the inbox, the shape is simple. It has 3 pieces and a path. The first piece is connection. Right now, Claude can read the files on your computer. It can't see your Gmail at all, but we'll fix that with one tool and show you exactly how. The second piece is a short rules file, a page that tells Claude what a lead looks like and what's just noise and how you write. The third piece is your real inbox, the messy one, and then the path. First, we connect Claude to Gmail, prove it's working. Then I'll show you what it unlocks, because it's a lot more than just your email. But then we'll point it at the inbox, watch it sort the whole thing, and draft replies that matter, which will take you to 0. And by the end, you'll have a system that does your morning triage in the time that takes you to drink your coffee. Firstly, let's talk about the gap and how we connect it. Let's start with the problem under the problem. If you've used Claude Code, you know it can read your files, run scripts, and build things on your machine. But your email doesn't live on your machine. It lives in Google's servers. So out of the box, Claude is blind. It can't see a single message in your inbox. So the bridge between them is a tool from Google, the Google Workspace CLI. And don't let that name scare you. CLI is just a command line interface. It just means it runs stuff by typing instead of clicking. And we don't even have to touch it. We'll let Claude Code do the majority of that, because Claude works by running commands. And so a command line tool for Gmail is something Claude can pick up and use directly. All you need to do is install it once, then you connect to your Google account, a browser window opens, and you do the normal Google sign in, and you grant it access. And basically what you're doing is handing Claude a key to your work in your Gmail as you. It's an official Google tool in your own Google project, so that key stays as yours. Once it's connected, you test it in plain English and just watch. You can ask Claude, how many unreads do I have? And it just answers straight from the live inbox. And we can take a look at what that looks like. We can come over to Claude and ask that same question. Claude, how many unread do I have? And click enter. And so it just responds back. No dashboard, no new app to learn. Simply says 25 unread in our inbox. And we know Claude understands and is connected to our Gmail. You can also ask, show me everything this week that looks like a client, asking it in normal words, and it will read my inbox back to me. And we see a couple items in here. James Ortega and Lena Okafor, 2 different clients and their subjects, and a single adjacent one that just signed. So before we triage anything, I want you to see how big this actually is. Reading email is just the smallest thing it can do. Inside Gmail alone, Claude can now search, label, archive, draft, and send. And so let me make this real for you. I'm going to ask Claude, find every prospect I never replied. And so it's going to surface the dropped threads that I forgot about and the ones quietly costing me money. It comes back to me. You can see the three items here and when they came in. Another example could be labeling an archive. I'll simply ask Claude, tag anything from a current client as priority and archive every newsletter. And so this will do some sorting for me. And when this is done automatically, it'll sort itself before you even open it. And so it comes back with 2 different things, one tagged as a priority, another tagged as archived, newsletters only. Another example is draft. Write a reply to this inquiry in my voice. And while this is a demo, it's picking the thing that I already pre-said to it, but you get the point still. Drafts the Marcus Bell lead, nothing sent. Do you take one-on-one clients? And it's just asking, hi Marcus, congrats on the VP role, and catching that underwater feeling early. It's the right time to fix it. And you can tell it how to write certain things in your voice. And we can move on to sending as well. We can tell it that we approve this message, and with your approval, all the messages that you want can go out. So you stay in control of the actual sending. Not for the bigger one. This same connection doesn't just stop at Gmail. With that mentioned Google Workspace CLI, this one tool can open your calendar, your drive, your sheets, and your docs as well. So Claude can not only read your inbox, you can also check your meetings tomorrow, pull the proposal out of the drive, and log the whole thing in a sheet, all in one conversation. And that's the difference between a clever email trick and the start of a real operating system. So your inbox is just the first room we're walking into today. And today we're going to make that whole room spotless. So Claude can see your inbox now, but it doesn't yet know what matters to you. To it, it sees a hot lead and a software receipt. They look about the same, so we need to give it one short file. For this, imagine I'm a coach named Dana Lewis who helps newly promoted leaders. We can see what she's written down here and see how she's classified what each email is worth to her. A lead is always the highest priority, always flag and draft a reply. If anyone asks if I'm taking clients, my rates, or my availability, we want website contact form fills, warm intros and referrals, and replies to my newsletter that ask a real question about working together. For clients, she wants a flag and drafting a reply. Current clients, rescheduling, asking about homework, or sending pre-session notes. For onboarding emails, we want a flag and draft a reply as well. Newly signed client who needs a welcome, intake, and kickoff details. Actions, flag them, no auto draft though, needs my judgment. So this is from the accountant, a lawyer, and anything from financial or legal. And a for your information one gets a label, but no reply needed. This is podcast or speaking invites, which she'll consider later, and webinars they registered for, or other event reminders. What counts as noise is auto-archived and never bothers her. This is SaaS product newsletters and feature announcements, LinkedIn and social notifications, receipts and automated invoices from tools, and cold pitches from agencies and vendors. We can also take a look at her voice. She said she wants it to be short, warm, and no jargon. She never says things like leverage or circle back. And for leads, she's friendly, and I point them to my call link rather than writing an essay. She also includes those links down at the bottom so that the AI can directly access them quickly and easily. This whole page turns what a generic sorter with AI would be into something that actually guards your pipeline. And a quick pause, because this is the fork in the road. You can build this yourself from what I'm showing you, or if you'd rather have it done for you, this is just what I do. I run a free AI discovery call where we'll look at your actual inbox in your week. We'll map out exactly what to automate first. Link is in the description. But let's get back into it. With the rules in place, the first real move is to let Claude read the whole inbox and sort it. All of it in one pass. So we'll move on over to Claude and say the following prompt. Read my inbox and sort every email using my rules. Lead, client, onboarding, action, FYI, or noise. Show me a table with who it's from, the subject, the category, and what you'd do with it. And save it as a markdown file. We can see what came back. This is all 25 emails. Everyone is tagged and given an action. We can see Marcus, the new VP, asking about coaching, categorized as a lead, and flagged with a draft ready for reply. Priya from the website form, tagged as another lead, flagged as a reply. Same with Rachel. But then we get down to James Ortega, who's needing a reschedule Thursday, tagged as a client, flagged, and reply drafted as well. We go down to Sophia, who's excited to start, needing onboarding stuff. We have Bill Hartley, needs the Q2 P&L by Friday, requiring an action. We have an FYI, the Leadership Pod guest invite, categorized as FYI, labeled later. And then we can see all of the different noise down at the bottom. It didn't just file the mail by sender. It read each one, understood what it was, and decided what should happen. It used the rules that we wrote for it, and that's the difference between something generic and something that's meant for you. Next, we get the junk out of the way. We'll come back over to Claude, and this time we're going to tell it, archive everything you tagged as noise, and tell me what you archived and how many are left. And we'll let that run, and it comes back to us pretty quickly here. We can see it archived 12 noise emails, and we can see them written out here. We can look at a couple of them, the flow state, new AI summaries, LinkedIn notifications, and a receipt as the first 3. But 12 emails were gone in one move. Newsletters, social pings, receipts, cold pitches, all of them. Not deleted, just archived, so they're out of sight. So they're still searchable if you ever want them. And this is the moment the drowning stops. Most of what floods your inbox was never a decision you needed to make. It's just noise wearing the same badge as the important stuff. So we pull it out, and the pile that's left is small enough to actually handle. And now the part that actually matters. This is what gives you your morning back, and that's drafting the actual replies. So once again, back over to Claude. We're going to tell Claude the following. Now draft replies for every lead, client, and onboarding email. Use my voice, keep it short, and send leads my call link. Don't send anything, save them as drafts. And then we'll let that run. And we can come back and take a look at the drafted replies that are ready for us. Take a look at Marcus here, who's a lead. The question was, do you take one-on-one clients? It congratulated them on their VP role. And it answers our question, yes, I take a small number of one-on-one clients. That's the fastest way to see if we're fit is a short call. Grab a time at the link. So it did what we wanted it to, sent the lead to the call link, and it was a short, warm email. It does that for a couple of the leads. Let's take a look at a client now. See James Ortega asking to reschedule Thursday. Hi, James, no problem at all. Friday, the same time works. I'll move the invite now. See you then. Still warm. Gets it done. Ready for me to send. We go down to Sophia's for an onboarding question. They're excited to start. Just does a warm greeting. Glad you're in. 2 quick things before the call. Fill out the intake form and jot down one situation that's stressing you out right now. You can see none of these are canned templates. We're congratulating Marcus, pointing him to the link. Website leads get warm, specific replies. Referrals get an intro that makes Dana look good. And new clients get the welcome email in the intake form link. And we can see it deliberately left out the 4 money and legal asks, the accountant, the lawyer, the bank, and the insurance renewal. Didn't draft anything there because we said we didn't want that, because Dana told it some things still need a human. 6 replies were written, but none of them sent. They're just sitting in her drafts, waiting for them to be sent out. Now the last step, and it's the shortest. It's you. We'll go back to Claude Code, and we'll say one more prompt. This one simply is, I want to change one line in the Marcus reply, then approve all of them, send the approved drafts, and archive the FYIs into a later label. And so while this runs, basically all I did was tweaked one line in the Marcus reply, just because I wanted it warmer, and then I approved the batch. So the replies will get sent, the invites and the webinar reminder get tucked into a later label for the weekend, and the inbox is clean. So there it is, side by side. You go from this first inbox that has a whole bunch of noise that you don't want to sort through, to the sorted one ready for you in a few minutes. A whole bunch of things handled for you, 10 flagged that genuinely needed you, the 3 leads answered while they're still warm, and your email handled for you. Now let's get into actually connecting up Google to your Claude account. If you go to this link at the top here, github.com/Google Workspace CLI, you'll get a GitHub repo that you can copy this link from and give to Claude. Now all you need to do with this is ask Claude to look at this repo and walk you through actually setting this up in your workspace. It'll walk you through what to do, from going to Google Cloud and setting that account up, to the actual steps you need to take for Claude to connect it to your Gmail and your other Google services. And if you ever get stuck, all you simply need to do is ask Claude to explain it better. Claude understands that you're not technical and can lay it out in step-by-step instructions, and you can even put screenshots where you're confused. But once you're done, you'll have that connection to all the Google space, and you can use this video to connect this to your Gmail or Google Drive or Google Sheets, whatever you want within your Google space. But that's the whole system. We connected Claude to the Gmail, and now it can read, sort, and draft my inbox for me. What used to eat my mornings only takes a few minutes. And if you want this running in your business without building it yourself, that's exactly what I help people do. I run a free AI discovery call. We'll look at where your time is actually going and map out what to automate first. Link is in the description. And if this was useful, please subscribe. I post a couple videos a week explaining how to implement different AI systems into your business. And one quick question before we go: how many unread emails are actually sitting in your inbox right now? Drop the comment below and I'll read everyone. Thanks for watching.